City and home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.
It's Love Jones. It's Love Jones. Check us out as we combine our hit music with a love story. Live with Candy. It's Love Jones. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, Refugee Camp presents
for all relationships, for regrets, for disagreements, for breaking up and making up, for all those out there jonesing for love. It's Love Jones right here, right now on Global 99.5. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's just stop that. And good morning. Before I begin, let me give my humblest apologies for our late start this morning. Got out of a meeting a little bit late, so I do apologize for that. But on with the show. Welcome to a Write-In Wednesday. It's a wow Wednesday. This is another edition of Love Jones right here on the best mix of R&B. We're home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, Global 99.5.
I have a headache.
Before I begin, I've got some aspirin for you. 812-1787 is your text and WhatsApp lines. Of course, we're streaming live. You can watch as well as listen to audio via Global 99.5, as well as Love Jones crew and our Facebook page. You can also become a friend. D, what's happening on this Wild Hump Day Wednesday?
I got a headache. My headache. I just got anything just now.
Just now. I do hope that I didn't contribute to such issues and problems. So listen, this topic matter, let me say before we pop on the petty bus, because
don't open engine one.
Yeah, they've been beeping for us to get in for a minute because they got a trip to Pettyville. I can try not to be the driver today.
And I know. Keisha got job on this bus.
Just in a minute. She probably been like, well, what happened now? I've been waiting. This bus 10 minutes late. Listen, I can't tell you the amount of WhatsApps that I got yesterday. I can't tell you the letters that came in yesterday in reference to some stuff that hit social media. I really don't want to get into the specifics thereof.
Yeah, they know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they know, but I ain't gonna be that one to call
people by the government.
No, sir. Not I said the cat. They ain't gonna say Candy guilty. No. But the interesting part about it is whenever these things happen and people do ask questions in reference to it, it always leads into a greater issue that we happen to be experiencing within our circles. It's things that we've seen has affected either us or people that we know, or stories that we've talked about. And it isn't as if we haven't had writings in particularly to this particular subject matter, but I've realized that this is not the Bahamas that I'm used to. It's definitely like waking up in a very strange place. I'm not saying that these kinds of things weren't happening before, but they have definitely become more prevalent, and they now seem to be not just prevalent, but dominating. And it's not just social media, because I think a lot of people say that you can't believe everything on social media, and I definitely agree with that. But at the end of the day, whomever the identities of said persons are, the fact of the matter is it's still happening.
I was gonna say, when you got videos circulating, it's kind of difficult for you to say that ain't you.
It is, and we've had writings where men that have been married have written in. Do you remember the guy when he said that he is battling?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With these particular issues, and it seems more so than not, these are always men that are in committed relationships, quote unquote, or men that are married that seem to be delving into this extracurricular type activity as far as their sexuality is concerned. And so, you know, I got a WhatsApp from a lady yesterday. I don't want to play the voice note, obviously out of respect. But she basically was in tears, and she was talking about the fact that she thought that her husband was having an affair with another woman. She said that she had found messages. Let's just say the person's name was JJ. You know, in her mind, this was another female, and she said that she had been reading messages, you know, via his phone. This person had started contacting her via Facebook. At one point, she had messaged them back on his phone. I'm not saying that I am in agreement with going on anybody's phone or their part to privacy and sending messages or anything like that. But at that point, when she felt as if through talking to him, she was not getting honesty as to what's going on, that's what she did. So now this person starts to tell her on Facebook, I don't know, you know, you need to not be messaging me, whatever. You need to take this up with your husband. He's the one that had the vows with you. Don't be approaching me, whatever. So in her mind, she's now battling with this female over the attentions of her husband, right? Come to find out, it is another man that her husband is involved with, and it is bringing the decay to their relationship.
7 o'clock in the morning, and the rays from the sun wakes me.
Yeah, trapped in 6-type closet with the master lock on it, but somebody keep picking the lock. I don't seem to understand. Someone getting in and someone going out.
Yeah,
but it's this movement with men living DL lives. And for people that don't know what DL is, it's living on the down low. We've heard stories of it with Stella, how Stella got her groove back. The writer behind that, she was very open about talking about what she went through with her marriage, getting him back to the States and building a life and all of that, only to find out that he was homosexual. And she said it took her quite a bit to get over the betrayal of cheating, number one. And I think it changes the game when it's cheating with someone of the same sex.
It does, because like a woman, she can understand kind
the guiles of another woman.
The guiles of another woman, and how you could probably fall into that. But she's like, dude, this is how
do you compete with something such as that? I think for some people, you shut up over there. Your mouth. I have to continue to watch you trembling at your mouth when it comes to this particular topic, Mara, because I know how you go, so I have to keep my hands on you. Like, no, I got to keep swatting you. All throughout this, I have to keep put your hands flat on the table. I got to keep smacking you because I know how you are in reference to that. You know, but it's this. I wonder if it's this. First of all, before we get into the depth of that. Would it be the same thing for instance, you as a man, would it be the same thing if you were to happen to find out that someone that you're in a committed relationship with is involved with another woman? Do you have the same, I don't know if the sense of betrayal is the same. Would you feel the same? Would it be the same thing as if she cheated with a man, or is there a different feeling that's attached to that? Does that attack your ego? Like, talk to me about that. I'm interested.
You see, me, I special. Because if I come with my girlfriend, or my wife,
you don't even have to catch her in the act if you just find out that, oh, this video though. No, stop. Okay. Safe. And there we go. It's that was a close one. That audio. Woo, my Lord. Yeah,
if I mustn't come home and meet my woman in bed with another woman, I get naked. I try not get in the bed with them. That's just me though.
Right.
But you know, for the average, he would probably be kind of. He would be upset about it. He would not be as upset if he comes home and meets and buries another man, because for a man, it says that okay, me as a man, I'm not doing something, and so he feels, and then for you to bring the student to my house, that's another level of, you know, disrespect and everything else. So he would that would be a break to his ego. Another woman, he may be upset about it, the average man is going to be upset about it, but he can try to use it towards his benefit. And it's, I mean, the strange thing is, someone just was talking to me yesterday about someone they know who's getting married, and he said that the guy, his fiance, gives him threesomes regularly because she is also attracted to women.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well then that's probably the reason why he's marrying her, because even though some other foolishness may go on with them, his thing is
he still
I
is carte blanche to do whatever it is that he'd like to do.
I could get she bringing other women to me, so I for that.
I understand that, but here's the thing: we talked. Remember, was it last week when we talked about that? When we talk about if you're adhering to biblical,
that doesn't
fly.
But obviously they're not. So that's their special situation. But with that, I can't even fathom how she feels. Like, like I say, it's the same dynamic. If as a woman, if you find your husband cheating with another woman, you could understand it, because especially
there's
if you see
a way
woman,
to, in your mind, there's a way to
rationalize that outside someone.
We're an even keel. She has the same things that I have. Even if she cooks better, I could take her cooking classes.
Yeah, if she
does this
better,
little trick, I can learn that trick. You know, if she wears this particular fashion, I could get that fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's blondes that he likes, I can dye my hair blonde. I think you're pretty much, as far as you're concerned, it's hurtful. But I think as far as you're concerned as a woman, you're on even keel. You're on the same battlefield.
And then if you ask him and he says, well, she's doing a lot of things that you're not doing, then you could kind of, you in your mind, you may say, okay, well, I don't support you cheating, but I kind of, now we know what I have to fix, basically, to kind of get your attention. We could talk about
it, right? There's some place to start, but now when you're talking about going into a different pool as far as sexuality is concerned, we're not on even keel. If that's something that you have preference towards, I can't offer that to you.
No.
I'm trying.
No, you don't have
to offer that.
You don't have the.
See my menu, that ain't there. We have squid. What's that? Onion rings. Yeah, I don't have that on this menu.
No, not at all.
And I ain't trying to get a chef that can cook it either. That's just not happening.
So she just needs to leave. I mean, and it's not sad to say that.
It is what
she
it is.
She needs to get out of that,
because the advice would be the same if it were continuous infidelity with someone that were of a heterosexual nature.
Correct.
So I don't see why it would be any different.
But see, this situation is a lot more different, because even as far as just health-wise, that's
another implication
problem.
But it seems to be an issue within our country, period. People don't seem to be appreciating just having protective sex on a whole. But for me, this definitely made me think, because at the end of the day, you can only be certain of what it is that you're doing.
Correct yourself.
Even if someone is not dabbling, like I said, in a sense of outside of or the same sex, you still have issues with other people being sick and you sleeping with them unprotected, and you're bringing that back into your home, into your bedroom. That's a scary place to be, because once you've committed to somebody, or once you've become married to someone, you think that those kinds of things is basically what you have alleviated yourself from. You're now free from these kinds of things because you're now in something committed. So then you start to ask yourself, what's the point of all of this?
Well, the point is, eventually you will find someone that has that same commitment. I mean, remember what you said a lot. I mean, I say it too. I say women have this Mother Teresa syndrome, where they feel as though, why you laugh? Where they feel as though they gotta find someone to fix, they gotta find someone to help. Men got the Captain Save old complex. Like that's just what it is. And I think it's just human nature. People like a challenge, and so for most people, that is what it is. When look at a lot of the persons who are in marriages who cheat. When you ask them why, they really have no excuse. Most of them, some of them have excuses, but most of them say, "Well, I can't really give you an excuse. My wife is a good woman. She takes care of the kids. She loves me. She sexually we compatible. I just I don't have it. Women do the same thing. My husband is a provider and he loves me and he respects me, but I just wanted something different.
It's just mind-boggling to me. I mean, I understand that people are living lives of deception on a whole.
Yeah.
There are people that get married that know, even while they're saying their vows, they have no intention
Of ever being
faithful. But they know that this is what's necessary to be done to hold this one person into place. And like you say, it's a sense of comfort for them.
A lot of people get married for business purposes too.
Well,
nowadays.
that too. There's so many reasons other than love and commitment why people are getting into committed relationships and marriages. But I cannot, for the life of me, fathom, and it's perhaps because I've not been in that particular situation, I cannot fathom what it would be like to be attracted to the same sex and walk down the aisle and get married to someone of the opposite sex and building a home, laying in bed with, and having intimate contact with this person.
They have kids?
Knowing that the lady. Yes. Again, I ask you, as a man or a woman that is interested in that kind of lifestyle,
why not just go into that lifestyle?
why would you, and not only that, why would you bring children into the equation?
Because you have to make the
white picket fence.
Yeah, you gotta make that look good.
Seemingly possible.
You can't have a happy marriage without children. You have to, your marriage, in order for the marriage to appear to be realistic, everything has to be in place.
Because people start to ask, y'all been together how many years? How come
you
only have no children?
sterilely or she barren?
Why you only have no children?
Yeah. Especially the family, mommy them. When they bring the grandbaby, I want to see my grandbaby now.
Lord, all the other children got children. When you gonna bring more one?
Why you
they sound like you didn't get that talk. So you ain't gonna bring me no. Yeah. You gotta finish this Elutra line. You need some of that to this.
Definitely. So that's what it is, and it's a scary thing because how in the world you can explain this to your children?
That's what I'm saying. You're now adding people to the equation to make it more difficult.
You can explain to your kids about. I mean, it's going to be difficult to explain to kids. Okay, I left mommy for another woman because X, Y, or Z.
We weren't happy.
Right.
Certain things that can come along that can be explained as one gets older. How do you facilitate this? And not only that, and like I said, it's not based on anything that happened yesterday. I'm just assuming because of it. For some people, if you've gone through that particular situation, it opened up some old wounds for a lot of people. Because I got insecurities and things of that nature. You know, there was a man that said, you know, that he got married to a woman and everything was seemingly fine, you know, and there was the introduction of, I want us to add spice to the bedroom and whatever. And like you said, most men aren't going to turn that down. No. So this was something that he indulged in. And then he saw during the act, most of the activity was kind of cutting him out of it. And he seemed, the focus was more on those two individuals. And so for him, for a while, it was, okay, I could get jiggy with this. I could watch this as long as I'm in the room, whatever, you know. And then it came a point when she came to him, you know, and he thought he was about to get that talk on, I'm ready to now have children, because they did not have children. They had only been married for about 2 years. And she said to him, listen, I think I've made a mistake by marrying you. I apologize for the hurt that this is going to bring to you, but I don't think that I've been honest with myself on who I am. I don't think I've been honest about what I want on the sexual basis. And I think I married you because I was at conflict with what I believe in on the religious aspect of things and what I know to be right as to how I was raised and my beliefs. But now I'm thinking more along the lines, I can't live a lie and I can't do that to you, because you deserve to have a wife that is committed to you, number one, and that is committed to giving you the family that you ultimately want. I don't want to bring children into this equation. And that's why I have been dragging my feet on getting pregnant, because I don't want to do that in this marriage of lies.
I gotta respect. You gotta respect her for that.
Now,
I mean,
she might have do it backwards.
As hurtful as it was, you gotta respect a gangster.
Yeah.
But like, I mean.
So his thing now is,
What?
Not just betrayal. I mean, he let up. I mean, he got no choice. He had to let the birdie fly. But now he's saying, as a man, he can't even be relaxed in his relationship. He got to be watching the friends now.
You got a problem.
To see if the friends is friends or friends.
He got a problem.
Ooh. Ooh. He gotta be worried about that. It just clicked. He gotta worry about little maze running around snatching and grabbing and I know it just clicked. And there it is. The light bulb went off.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah, but that's, I mean,
but granted, if anyone's been cheated on, you have those things in your mind.
No.
Come on, D.
Because see, the thing is this: when you go into a relationship with a preconceived notion about the person that you're dating, based on your ex, you are setting that relationship up to fail. You are. If the last woman you with liked women, then that's on her. When you go into a relationship with the next woman, don't go into thinking she like women too.
No, that wasn't what he was saying. His thing is,
I ain't watching no Friends unless I'm not watching your Friends. Buddy, y'all two friends, y'all is friends. That's your biscuit.
So it wouldn't cross your mind at all.
No.
Well, you are indeed special.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
You are indeed special.
I in all honesty, it
because
wouldn't.
I don't think that I would be in a relationship or a marriage with someone and they completely fooled me. I believed, and that is what. Now there are some where you looking like girlfriend. You had to know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even with my glasses off, I was able to see what. Yeah, right. Stop that.
Stevie went to top me and said, "Hey, what's she doing?
What's that? Is she aware?
She can see that because I can see it.
Ray Charles. The two of them was like.
Right.
Like seriously, like come on, right? So there are instances, and then there are others where that betrayal is so much deeper because you're with someone and you totally bought into the future, and you would have never thought there was no indication at all. And then out of the clear blue, these are the things that's dropped into your lap. You would be a little bit weary the next time because of this person could lay beside you and be so.
But that's that person.
I agree. And I don't think you should beat anybody with anybody else's stick indeed. But it's going to make you a little leery of other experiences because you want to make sure you don't get swatted twice.
But remember when they say, the old people say, what, when you go looking for something, you can find it?
No, I should never find that.
But agreed. But a lot of times we fabricate things in our mind that don't exist and we actually bring them into reality.
Because I know, and then sometimes it keeps us safe.
Sometimes
if that could be true, then I have a reason to run away from the situation. Anyway, you're listening to Global 99.5, best mix of R&B music, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, as well as Love Jones. We've got a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Love Jones.
Hear me now, Star.
Yeah, me here. Yeah, Star. What happened, Star?
Hey, what y'all talking about? I tuned in late.
Listen to me.
You're talking about DL Brothers because Candy going to try to talk.
What we're talking about is this quote-unquote newer trend that's become prevalent in our society where people are living DL lives. Now I got to watch your mouth too, Star, because your mouth tremble so. You have to be careful on the radio. I watch you, but I can't see you. But we're talking about this. This vid hit social media yesterday.
Why?
You hush up. As I see you
why?
But then that opened the door for some people hit me up via WhatsApp and saying that they've gone through similar experiences, and it seems like something that is quote unquote trending. When did we get into this? How did these kinds of things, become things that we're living in an open sense in our relationships?
Well, I mean, okay, look at television culture. Yeah. Right? I mean, when you got love and hip hop and all these other foolishness on there, it's like that's why it's become the norm. Mm-hmm. Here in the Bahamas, first of all, we got a de-average population, right?
Yes.
And then most of them, I don't tell you, the difference between ignorant and dumb is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of dumb people in this country, not ignorant, dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, it's like they see these things on TV and they apply it to their own lives.
Right.
Right? And then you put technology in the hands of these dumb people, then they go ahead and just practically destroy their lives.
Right.
Now, I came in on the tail end of what Dee was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna, if me and you in a relationship and you do something to hurt me, I'm not going into the next relationship thinking that that person is gonna do the same thing.
Right.
I understand that, yes, both of us have our past.
Mm-hmm.
In most cases, when you really see people getting out of a relationship and going into a next relationship, that person has had some serious hurts happen to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so it's like, I'm not gonna beat that person with the same stick of the other person.
I agree. I don't think it's about beating the person with the same stick, but I think as someone that has logic and has understanding, I think you just want to make sure, even if it's in the first few months of the relationship, you just want to make sure none of those significant markers that you missed in your last relationship that led you in the relationship, you just want to make sure that those things aren't prevalent in your new. Or if those things that come up, you want to be able to address them, quash them, and move on.
Candy.
Yay.
Who more logical than me, Dee, and Mikey? And Confucius.
You really want to ask me that? I know you want to ask me that.
No, because the thing about it, let me tell you something. The thing about it is, with me, but me personally, I'm the type of person, whether it's a friendship, a business partnership, or a relationship,
mm-hmm.
when I meet you for the first time, I give you all my trust.
Okay.
I tear open my heart and I say, listen, come on in, you're invited.
Right.
Have a seat, get warm and comfy. Right?
Right.
I give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't hold anything against you and say, boy, look here, I've been in this thing before. You know what? Let me just step back. No. I give you full trust. Now that might be, I mean, to an extent, it could be bad. In some cases, it could be dangerous because you have some sick people out there.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is my nature. This is how I am made up. You know? But the minute I see signs that, all right, you know what?
Yeah, making no sense.
This ain't making no sense. Let me just watch this a little bit. I'm going to still give you full trust. But I can be watching now. I can be watching. And the minute I really see, all right, yeah, this one, yeah, you know what? Listen. This can't happen no more.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not saying that, but everything cool. But then I start to see this one little thing, and the A line draw the B line, B like draw the C.
You watch.
I ain't gonna let you get to Z, bro.
No, right? Because I mean, I agree with Pat because I'm the same way. If I meet you and I say you mean you, that's why I don't have much friends. If I say me and you are friends, then me and you are friends. You could call me, and if you need me, I got you. Mm-hmm. Whatever, that's a friend. But if I see that you're trying to take it out of context, you try to abuse that, I can keep watching.
But then now let's go into the whole love experience now, right? Mm-hmm. You have some people, because for me, I feel as though you can really know somebody within the first couple of weeks, you know, mm-hmm. because if they are consistent, okay, this is who this person is. But you have some people who are awesome actors and they would carry through with something for years.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
And then, so they paint this picture for their partner that this is who I am. Mm-hmm. And then they end up falling in love with that person who they displayed. Right. And so here it is now, they're living this double life. And how Candy said, she's not going to allow this person to get to Z. But when you are falling in love with this person, like head over heels in love with this person, and this person is your everything, mm-hmm. and then now you find out something like that, I mean, it's hard sometimes for people to let go and move on.
Indeed, but see, I get that, and the human side of you can definitely relate. But that's why we have to find balance between emotional and logistical thinking. We have to, because the logistical side of you is going to say, I have to separate the facade of whom I've fallen in love with, and I have to put it together with who the real of this person is. And sometimes that's most definitely easier said than done. But if you do not do so, you're going to be the one to end up on the downscale of this situation. And some people never recover.
Right.
And so all I'm saying is a lot of times the red flags are there. They've always been there. Sometimes it isn't the fact that this person is such an awesome actor. It's that we want to believe in the best side of this person. And so we sell it to ourselves even better than they ever could have.
And then it goes back to what y'all were talking about yesterday. You know, okay, yeah, this is what he's doing or this is what she is doing, but you know what? I'm getting the majority of what I want. I might not have that loyalty.
Yeah.
But I'm getting the
everything else
majority of what it is I want.
Absolutely.
You
and
know?
I think for a lot of people in these kinds of situations where people are living DL lives, you know, for us on the outside, we would say, how could you possibly? You can't be with nobody who's like that. But I think we can address it as we said to yesterday. But this person is for the most part in our mind, you know, they've never brought this in my face. That's how some people, you know, they see it. They've never brought this to my face. They're considerate of my feelings. They take care of their home. All of these other things exist. So this thing, I can bypass that. Now to us, it's, what you mean bypass? That's like a hole in the whole road.
Bypass?
That's what I'm saying. That ain't like a cone. You just kind of, you zone past it. That is the whole road. You know, but that's what we say looking. But I've learned not to judge from the outside because the picture is so much different from the inside. Yeah, I can assure you.
All right, then.
My good brother, it was always a pleasure. Absolutely. Listen this way.
All right.
All right, then. You're listening to Global 99.5, of course, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. This is Love Jones, and we've been talking about living lives of deceit and how it has become something of prevalence within our society. And it seems as if the men in our society, not all of them, but it seems to be that the number is growing quite rapidly, especially in the younger guys, where they are exploring.
Exploration.
I don't know of another way to put it, but because, you know, a lot of these men are marrying women, and it seems as if in our culture, remember, men used to be like, "Babe, don't look at me for marriage until after 30, son. I got couple little things I need to do. I can link you after 30. We can talk about getting married and getting the dog and the children and things. But right now, no. But it seems as if a lot of men seem to be now getting married at 24, 25. Before they're 29, they've already been married for a couple of years. But I think, unfortunately,
why are they getting married?
Bing. That's number one. You have to ask, why are they now committing earlier, but not really committing earlier? If you get where I'm going. They're getting married, but they're not committed to the experience of marriage.
Like I said, a lot of it is business oriented. Because a lot of these, thank you, Jesus. A lot of these young men that are getting married, they don't like women. They are marrying women.
Their beards. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Mustache the whole night.
Yeah. They're marrying women who are good for them business wise. She has a good job or she has a good she's from a good family.
It's a good friend.
And so if I marry her, even though her father or her mother may know the type of person I am, because a lot of times daddy can look at you and be like,
spot it. But not only that, and then
the
family sell into this as well, because guess what? Here's a guy, whether he is a man of the cloth, unfortunately, it happens there as well. Whether he is a man that's prominent in business or political arena, whether he is a man that is an officer on any kind, whether that is RBDF, whether that is the police, whatever it is, but it gives a good thing. Here's my daughter that's in business and she's looking for a good husband. Here's this man that is solidified on a financial level. He has education in these things. Whatever people have said, whatever the sips are, it is unimportant. They look good together. They work together. This wedding is going to be fabulous.
And I could help him to even excel even more because I know certain people in certain places.
And I'll make these connections.
And a lot of times, and it's sad to say, but a lot of times that's what it is. A lot of these persons who are married, quote unquote, that's only young people. Because she doing her thing, she have a little slice on the side. He have his couple of cupcakes in the corner, and they good. Like I said, the kids is good to put on Christmas posters.
And cards and things. And you say, No, he couldn't possibly be that man got 4 children.
Right.
You know, that's the thing that that people say. But you know, I think what it really boils down to is it has become almost laughable when I hear people say things of the sense now that we are about marriage, we support marriage and all of that. People don't seem to understand that, yeah, marriage, but what about the things that should exist within a marriage? Everybody and anybody running down the aisle, no big.
No one.
But what it's just the commitment aspects are gone. People aren't even, you know, they use this thing with the marital bed not being defiled with the excuse of bringing in other partners and doing these things within their marriage.
The marital bed being undefiled is wonderful.
That's just with you two, though.
Right, because the commandment which says thou shalt not commit adultery.
That little thing.
Yeah, that little note there.
Tiny thing there.
With the other 9 would come with it. Yeah. That's that small thing. But the adultery part, yeah, that kind of override the whole undefiled thing in terms of bringing someone else in the bed.
Yeah, freak Nick and the weak Nick.
Yeah, that don't work. That's my 5 cents, I believe. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
I mean, I'm all for exploration, but I believe that if you're going to get into those things, perhaps you should experience them prior to.
Agreed.
Committing to one another. When you say committing to one another, I think you should solidify that, because once you open the door for a third party, you open the door for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th parties.
And sometimes, remember,
outside of your presence too.
Remember what I told you when I read the paper? When the woman said her husband wanted to have a threesome and he invited another man into the...
Yeah.
And she was like, what in the world? But she's like, okay, well, whatever. And she drank a couple of bottles of wine and they went for it. And she then saw the guy like a couple of days later, and she was like, hey, I want to see you again. He's like, okay, well, you get with your husband. And she said, no, I want to see you again. I don't want to see y'all. I want to see you. And he laughed. And she's like, well, what happened? Why do you laugh? He said, because your husband had the same request. And like I said, how do you now approach your husband? Approach him about
because
that?
You've now opened the door for that. And basically by opening the door, you've said it's okay. Consent.
Listen to me. Okay, women, hello, hi, y'all ladies. If your husband or boyfriend says you want a threesome, and then he says to you, he wants to invite another man as the third party, you need to leave him, in the words of Bernie Mac, immediately.
I wish this was Friday. And you know what I can start doing? I can start, you know, Oprah's have a regular show. And then she's have like the after hour. I can start doing Love Jones after hours so I can really say the things that are heavy upon my mind and my body. I can have to where I could be unedited and raw. Because even if, I wish it were Friday too, because I hear women say things such as, explorative wise in the bedroom, men are interested in knocking at the back door. Clarence said, call me back, no Santa. Man, I make my round exactly. And women are saying, should this now, with how the culture is changing, should this now be a sign that there is a possibility? So that's a whole other discussion. Lord, my phone dinging. We thank you for calling Global 99.5. This is Love Jones. Weigh in today. Deception.
Good morning, Cam.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's up, D?
Everything good, brother.
All right. But I'd agree with you. If you're having a threesome and you're a woman and somebody invite a man, it's really time to push out, man.
Yeah, leave. Right now. Because as a man, listen to me, I have no problem with the threesome, but that can be me, my woman, and another female.
Wow. I had a threesome another night.
If she even say it's another man, I want everybody to fight.
Yeah. So maybe you just shouldn't open the door for stuff like that, period.
Maybe, but then
so let me ask you, caller, since we're talking about deception in relationships, in marriages, and the way that people are transgression, should we say, within their relationships, is it an equal offense to you if your wife, for instance, is telling you that she wants to dabble into a sexual relationship with another woman? Do you see that as an equal offense to if she cheats on you with a man? Is it an equal offense, or do you see it as something greater?
For all men, I think it's greater because, I mean, you could stand a woman, but not another man.
Wow, that's interesting.
I tell you, but how much man is gonna be like, well, yeah, man, another woman, yeah, man, yeah, when she come in.
All right.
What do you think? I mean, homegirl into there, according to that social media, how do you think she feel that?
I don't know. Well, according, not even with that, because there's so much swirling with that, because there's some other stuff saying that that's not true. That's not the gentleman.
That's not the guy, right?
That's not him. But even if we talk about specifically, we know other people that have been in that position.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine what that feels like. Like I said, if it's another woman, you will say to yourself, okay, I could try change some things. I could adjust some things. We could work on it. But when talking about your husband with another man, that's just not something that you, number one, want to compete with or even can. That's a taste on a whole other level. So I don't know if there's any way to go from that. And now that I found that you've delved into that, I don't even think that I could reach for a sexual relationship with you any longer.
And then how long have you been doing? Because this isn't the first time,
right? It opens the door to me questioning everything in our marriage and our relationship now. Yeah. So.
Oh, bro. Anyway, you guys take care, and I will get that.
Rough. All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Yeah. How do you, even that we hadn't talked about? Let's just say, that the very thought of that blowing my mind right now. I almost flipped my wig. If you're in a relationship like this and this happens, because she said to me, the lady that wrote in, that was the part that I neglected to say, that he said that it was a one-time thing.
Lies. He's a liar.
Wait a minute. He says, okay, that he has committed that, but even if it'd been 10-time thing, right? His thing is he loves his wife enough and he wants his family enough that he will keep that part of him at bay and he's willing to commit to this relationship. Can you go back?
He's a liar.
Why? Hold on, wait. If you can go back and you can open the door, no pun intended. If you can go back and if you can open the door. I try so hard.
Sorry.
To someone that's cheated on you. Let's say repetitively.
That's completely different.
Is it not a betrayal? It's still a betrayal.
It's a betrayal, but it's completely different.
It's still a sexual betrayal.
That's like,
and if you say that I'm a bitch, if I'm a habitual cheater, but I am willing to put those things at bay and put them over here and lock them away, my total attraction to other men, if you and I in a relationship, I said, boy, D, I ain't gonna lie, I've cheated on every dude that I've ever been with. I have issues with commitment as well as a high libido, and those things coupled together make it difficult for me to be in a committed relationship, much less the consideration of marriage, right? If I say that to you, but I say, boy, I love you enough and I want to be with you in such a way that I'm willing to put those things here and beat them as much as I can, keep them at bay, do whatever I need to do to keep them there so that I can stay focused on you. Is it not in a way the same type of thing with keeping those illicit things at bay to be solely committed to one person? Is love and commitment only about the pretense of sexuality?
No.
So how is it different then?
I would say that it's different for this reason. As a man, if you have an attraction to other men, you can't get rid of that attraction by yourself. No matter how much you fight, that attraction can still be there. They can take God to get that out of you, literally.
Well, suppose he says, like the man who was beating his wife, he said, I'm going to go to church and I'm going to try and turn over a spiritual new leaf if you're willing to allow me the opportunity to stay within this marriage. Can you do it? Still
don't say that. Because if it's dependent on whether you stay in the marriage or not, that means he isn't genuinely trying to change. If he wants to tell you, look, yeah, I did it, blah, 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 blah. But I realize that that's not me, or that's not something I want to continue to do. So I'm going to get myself spiritually in order with God and ask him to help me to fight these demons. If you want to stay around, then I would appreciate it. But if not, I understand, because I was the one that destroyed the trust and went outside the marriage. It's not about, if you stay with me, I can do this. No, go. It's like the man who could tell the woman, oh, well, now that I cripple, I can be faithful. No, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's different.
It's completely different.
So the writer says, listen, Candy, I'm of the firm belief when entering into a sexual relationship with a man, if he is interested in the quote unquote back door, then there are signatures that he could be interested in a sexual relationship with a man. Agree or disagree?
I don't agree with that because I get that people all the time. I hear a lot of women say that, but I can tell them you have to be interested. You have to be aroused by what's in front of you. What's in front of him is a woman. And so if that is something that he sees in videos or he's heard about or whatever, and he wants to experience and he wants to try with you, then that's up to you guys. If you decide not to, then that's your choice, but don't go there and say, oh, the man is a homosexual because he wants to do this, that, the third. No, but I'm saying, remember.
I get it. No, I was going to say, for me, I think the defining factor is because I had someone write in, strangely enough, earlier this week. I guess we'll explore that on Friday. I had someone that wrote in earlier this week that said, listen, it's 812-1787 is your text and WhatsApp for those of you that are trying to hit the 431 number. Let me say that there's an issue with that. 812-1787 is text and WhatsApp. I think the issue here is if we're entering into a sexual relationship and you ask me to knock on your back door.
Right, that's a problem. That's a red sign.
I hear you knocking.
That's a red sign.
You can't come in.
No, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. That's a red
that's
stadium.
The whole road.
Right.
This is not a track and transmission. This is the whole radio. Do you hear me?
Right.
He is not interested.
No. If he wants you to
knock on him,
on his back door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to exit. Not the stage. You need to leave the stadium. You need to leave the stadium in, because that ain't making no sense. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't. That ain't the rule.
No.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
No.
Yeah, so I think for me, I can't say. Now I understand how a lot of women view that, because a lot of women I've talked to, they agree with that, and I think because of the things that's happening, and because it's become so prevalent in social media, I think a lot of women are. You know, they looking at you sideways because they're not sure what to look for, what not to look for, because like Guru said, there's people that act so well, you know, and they're afraid of certain things that they'll be judged with socially, so they remain in character for a number of years. But there are certain things that perhaps if you want to see, it's there to be seen.
In all honesty, I understand. Believe me, I understand, because like you said, with everything popping up every day, at least 3 times a week, you see something on social media about one man get catch with this man somewhere, or this one do this, and like it's always something, like always. So I understand why they would feel that way, but like I said, I mean, to each his own. I don't believe that. Like you said, I believe more if he wants you to. Yeah. Then that's where the issue is. Because
we have to realize that our culture has definitely, you know, that's something we've talked about, you know, Guru mentioned it earlier. A lot of the things that we're now getting into as Bahamians, number one, we want to be seen as open-minded. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whether we're uncomfortable with it or not, we want to be viewed as we're in with the know, we're in with the time, so we're willing to try and invite these things into who we are as a people on a cultural basis. And we're shifting as to the precepts of morality, just to invite these things so we can seem like we were evolving with the rest of the world. But we have to remember that not everything that evolves or the evolution thereof necessarily means that it's for the best for you. You understand? Some people still using Babla. Mm-hmm. Now I'm saying you can't be on, I mean, that means you can't be on WhatsApp and Google and things. Oh. But for them,
that's fine.
I don't want to invite the rest of the world in my private space when I'm at home. If you need me, call me, send me a message. Other than that, I will tap into you when I get to my laptop, when I get on my computer, my tablet, whatever. Other than that, I'm not interested. So that is as far as they're willing to go, as far as the evolutionary aspects of it by choice. We have a choice as a people, what we invite in. Not everything that we've opened the door to as a people should be here. And unfortunately, now that Pandora's box is open, we're having a problem closing it, and everybody's complaining. But as far as the sexuality goes, that's just one aspect of all the other things that we've allowed to flood into us and make a staple in our culture that is causing us to be a different kind of people when it comes to love, relationship, marriages, and even the relationship that we have with ourselves and what is supposed to be from what's not supposed to be.
That's true. Like a lot of people, I mean, I don't even know. A lot of men nowadays, I think Mike said it, because of being raised by a lot of mostly women, they feel as though, or they have this, I trying to figure out how to say it. They have this, I guess, confusion as to how to deal with their emotions and whatever. Because like a lot of people will say, oh, well, I mean, I have sons. I love my sons dearly. I love my father.
Right.
I love my brothers. I love my best friend. I love my sister's husband. Am I in love with any of them? No. Am I sexually attracted to any of them? Definitely not. So having love for a man as a man is completely normal. But how you allow that love to control you, I think is where the issue comes. And a lot of men, because they've probably been raised by women, I don't know if that's right.
But I think there's a difference between having love and respect for a man. Because I think most people, most of those male figures that you've mentioned, most of the men in my life can say the same thing about those male figures in their lives.
Yeah.
That they look up to, that they love, that they respect, that they would do certain things for, that they would hug and kiss on the cheek and it would be no thing. I think there's a definite notation between that, though, and sexual attraction and
that's the reason why I choose my family. That's why I put my best friend and my sister's husband in it, because I love those two men and I respect them. I care. It would bother me, it would hurt. But am I sexually attracted to any of them? No, because that's not it. A lot of people would be like, oh, well, I was born this way. I don't agree. I don't agree with that.
That's a whole other topic matter. But my thing is, if that is what you subscribe to,
then
I can't kill you for that, right? No. Believe in nature versus nurture, whatever it is, the scientific, the spiritual, we could have that debate all day. The issue that I draw from it is getting married or getting into a committed relationship with a woman, knowing, I'm not saying you're wondering, because there are some men that aren't sure. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because of things that may have happened to them in their youth, that has brought question to, is this something that has happened to me in my youth, or is this something that I feel and I want for myself? Is this an attraction, or is that because this is the first sexual experience that I've had? I know men that have that conflict within their lives. I understand the psychological aspect of that. I get that. And I think there's a difference between that, though, and knowing for a fact you have delved into that on your own accord.
And
this is something that you've enjoyed. This is something that you
want.
If there were no repercussions or social aspects to consider of judgment, you would definitely delve into it. Why then would you get another person, another woman, your children, family? Why would you go on to introduce those things, knowing that it is something else that you prefer and you long for within your heart of hearts?
Watch this. Look at things today. How many people out there that are openly self-professed, living the lifestyles of homosexuals, and there's no repercussions to it? Those are people who that's just their thing. Whether it's for money, whether it's for image, whether it's for whatever, that's what they choose, and they are open with it.
Right.
Those persons who live on the down low, it's not because, oh, well, I don't want, I mean, because people may say this about me, or people may say that about, no, you just want to pretend to be something that you're not. That's it.
What a difficult life that must be, though.
Agreed.
What a difficult
life that must be. So then why live that life?
That's the question of the day. As difficult as the life is, and to have to pretend and to have these secret things about yourself, you know, what a difficult life that must be. And I am in no way judging, because I could never understand to be in a position. I think we've all pretended for one reason or the other sometime in our lives for whatever reason it is.
Yes.
I ain't gonna sit here and say I haven't, because I do have pretended. I have no problem with saying that. But I think when now, like I said, this pretense becomes a battle within yourself of whether you can live this way, or you are living for the mere enjoyment or furtherment of someone else, then what is your life worth? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't no good space to be in regardless. That's just like being with anybody that you don't love or want to be with. And there you are. You're robbing them of being loved in the way that they deserve. And you're robbing yourself of the real experience of what life should be and love should be. Yeah. So why? You know? Man, listen, Frenchie killing me right now. I cannot. I can't read it.
My phone dead, so I can't read these messages.
No, these to me personally.
Oh, okay.
I can't read it, but I still on the fence with it. You know, we're getting ready to wrap. On the fence with, you know, what she's saying, that there is no physical difference between Zebuti Maximus of a man versus a woman. Let's say crazy. It's the whole face. She's like, he said, I wish they could see his face right now. I did. My boy get hot. Yeah. What? Listen.
I really didn't say that. They got it.
Yeah, he had that. The face alone. We'll get into that, because I think it's an interesting topic of conversation. Some people may say it's taboo, but I think it may open that part of a conversation that we do not have as men and women. Mm-hmm. Perhaps with men explaining it in an open sense, maybe women would be more open to the exploration of or understanding, if it is put to them, that it has nothing to do with that particular lifestyle. So I think it is worthy of a conversation, and I think that we will explore a segment on it so that we can get to
no pun intended.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Pun intended.
Listen, I gotta get out of here, man. Y'all ain't no good today. This is a problem. I gotta leave. Man. I definitely have enjoyed all of the feedback. I still got lots of different messages that I've got to get into, but continue the conversation. 812-1787. Become a friend on our Facebook page, Love Jones Crew. Look for the Love Jones insignia. And start a conversation. You know, some parts of it were definitely parts of jest, but it's funny until it's you. Mm-hmm. It's funny until it's someone that you know. You know, it's funny until it hits home. And I think we often put ourselves in a situation with saying that this would never be me until it is. Mm-hmm. So don't reserve the ROM to be clueless. I think you need to make sure that you are a part of every conversation, become as knowledgeable as you can, not just for your benefit, but let's say your children ask you a question that is relative to relationships, to sexuality. You have to be in a position where you're open enough to have these discussions. Yeah. So
you don't want them going and asking the wrong person.
No, that wants to do show and tell.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So be open enough. Be willing to converse about it, and in an open forum. The reason why these things have remained the way they are, they have been taboo for so long, and now that they've exploded in the forefront, are not necessarily the best things.
A lot of people don't know how to deal with it, don't know how to explain certain things. When the children came to them with certain questions, they shut all that in your business. Why are you worried about that?
And then now we're all dealing with the repercussions thereof. You know what I mean? So listen, nothing is taboo. You know, like Pat said, it's all over, you know, TV, this and that and the next. And so do you really want yourself, your mate, your children to be learning from the things that are relevant via social media?
I'm laughing right because why I was watching the video for ooh,
yeah,
and so my daughter says to me, she said, "Daddy, so he's singing this rap song." Da, 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 da. I said, well, yeah, the rap song. I said, but that's not a guy. That's a female.
And then she's
like, right? She looked at me like, "I look like a man." I said, "Yeah, it does look like a man, but that's a girl." I said, "Yeah, that's a girl, dressing and acting like a man." I said, and "Yeah."
Before
baby.
you ready to have that conversation, here
yeah,
it is.
I told her, I said, "Well, you can't worry about her. She's just a little bit confused or whatever." And she was like, "Yeah, Daddy, that is a girl," because she says I'm pretty. Men aren't pretty. I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's kind of unfortunate."
To be continued.
Yeah.
On that note, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end it. But these conversations and others of not so much taboo. This has been Love Jones on Global 99.5, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, best mix of R&B music. Continue the conversation and join us again at 11 o'clock tomorrow, where we have these topics and others that are relevant to you as well as us, right here on Love Jones. D.
We can link.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show